Hi guys, it's Gerard. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a drawing of me playing guitar in my room. Pretty simple, but I had a lot of fun with it, so let's get right into it. So what I'm doing here is just establishing the perspective. I talked a lot about perspective in my last video, so I'm not going too in-depth on that here, but once I have that perspective, I just add in the bed, which I'm sitting on. Then I finally get to add in the figure, which is me. I really want to make sure here that the guitar fits into the perspective because, well, I love guitars. Obviously, having it in perspective makes the whole drawing better, but also I just love guitars. I changed the pencil color to purple here so that it'll stand out against the blue of the rest of the sketch so far. First, I'm creating a really rough shape just to occupy the space where the guitar is going to go without any concern for the actual shape of the guitar, just the size and location. Then once I'm sure that I like the placement and size of the guitar that I have so far, I'm more comfortable adding in the body shape and details. Here I'm just adding in details to make it look more like an actual bedroom. So we've got like blankets and posters and all that kind of stuff. This is sort of modeled after my own actual bedroom, but I wasn't too careful about making sure that it looked accurate to real life because that just wasn't important to me with this. So we're getting into inking here, and it was going well until I was trying to do the face, and I kept trying and it wasn't working for me. So eventually I remembered some very great art advice that was given to me, and I realized I should probably go to bed. That probably sounds like a joke, but it actually really helps. I came back to it the next morning and it worked. Like, the face turned out a way that I liked. So yeah, if your art is ever not doing what you want it to and it's getting really late, just go to bed. Try again tomorrow. It'll help. To be totally honest, the reason that it's been like 9 months or whatever since my last video is because the end of last school year wiped me out. It was the first time I've ever experienced art burnout, and I just couldn't dedicate the time that I wanted to doing art that I really wanted to be doing and not just schoolwork. And then over the summer, most of my time was spent at work in like a retail setting, so I didn't have a lot of time to work on serious projects. I did some art, but it was really just for me. It wasn't anything that I meant to share with anyone. But one day I was playing guitar and I was like, you know what? This seems like a fun thing to draw. I like drawing guitars and I should get back into doing serious art before the school year starts. So that's what I did. And if you're ever experiencing burnout, it's okay to take a break and just do what you need to do for you. But I was at a point that it had been a while, so I just wanted to push myself and get back into it. Honestly, it really worked. Like, this was a fun drawing for me, and I think that it was a good decision to do something that involved things that I like and things that are relatively easy for me to do, so I wasn't pushing myself skill-wise so much as just pushing myself to create something. Now, I've been told that I can be kind of insanely detail-oriented, and this is kind of proof of that, I suppose. When I'm getting into the posters and stuff here, it's all accurate. These are all posters that I actually have on my walls. Most of them are artwork that I have done. I thought about taking a picture to, like, show a photo comparison, but my room was also a mess, which is one of the least accurate things about the drawing. But anyway, in the sketch I wasn't all that concerned with adding in any details because I knew how I wanted the posters to look. I mean, they're my actual posters. Also, when it comes to putting in something that is like an image within an image, I am not ever that concerned with like making sure it's super detailed. I think that actually can distract from the rest of what you're doing. So if you're also a very detail-oriented person, it's important to remember, where do those details actually matter? Like, yes, these are actually identifiable as posters that are in my bedroom. My dad could recognize them when I showed him the image, but it's not like it's an exact copy of those posters getting put into the drawing. Now, getting into the color was really fun, but I quickly realized a challenge. That challenge was another accuracy thing. Most of my belongings are neutral. Like, I wear a lot of black, my bed sheets are black, a lot of my stuff is black or gray, or just very muted tones. And I wanted a little more contrast, so I decided to just make the comforter on my bed red. That way, there'd be something that wasn't totally neutral. You can see that the pants stand out way better against the red than they would against a gray or a black comforter. The color of the carpet here is pretty accurate, but nothing really needs to stand out against that carpet, whereas I wanted me playing guitar to be a focal point of the drawing. Here I'm just selecting things and adding in shadows, pretty straightforward. I played around a little bit with like different brushes and I found that something that's really helped my art a lot is being willing to try stuff like that, using different brushes and just trying things I haven't done before. I used to do shadows with the same brush that I do inks with, and I mean, that worked fine, but I've just found other brushes that I like to use better for shading by experimenting with that. Just keep reminding myself to not be afraid to try something new. Getting into the lighting, it's pretty similar to the shadows. Trying out different brushes, just seeing what works. I always am impressed by the depth that the shadows add, but once I get the highlights in there too, it just looks so cool. In this particular drawing, I really like the way that the guitar stands out because of the highlights, and also the hair. I tried using an actual like hair texture brush for part of the hair. It's not super obvious, but if you look really close at the hair, it's got hair texture, and I love that. Now, as I'm editing this video, I'm realizing that I forgot to record the part where I did the trees behind the window and the actual glass of the window. Once again, it's a lot of playing with different brushes, and I also used a different type of layer for the glass. Then I just lowered the opacity so that you can actually see the trees and it looks like a window. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Sorry about that missing clip. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask in the comments, and have a great day. Bye, friends.